Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. Okay, hold on, give me a moment. Let me try to access TikTok on my end. Okay, it's loading. Okay, hello, welcome back to our live session. Okay, we are doing 50 Compre Cloze and S&T questions. Right, so if you have any questions regarding English, you can let me know. Oh, the dice, hello. It's been a long time since I have seen you. How have you been, the dice? Okay, June holidays is coming up really soon. It's next week. Right, so how are you going to spend your June holidays? Good, I see. Yeah, do you have any plans for the upcoming June holidays? Okay, so we are doing 50 comprehension close and S&T questions. This comes from our 1000 series ebooks. So for those of you who are new here and unfamiliar with our ebook series, you can actually hit to our TikTok, right? Go to our link in bio, right? You'll be directed to this browser over here. Just click on the ebook store and you will be directed to the page where you can browse through all of our products. So today we are doing 50 Compre Cloze questions that comes from our 1000 series. So you can just go to the primary section, right? Scroll down and you'll be able to find more than 1000 PSLE comprehension cloze questions. Okay, so let's click on this to find out more details about the Compre Cloze, right? So they are actually many past year prelim papers like compiled together. So those of you who are unsure of how to do Compre Cloze revision, you can actually purchase this ebook and do the questions every day, right? With more practice, it takes time for you to, get the hang of doing something, and by practicing more, you'll be able to be more familiar with knowing what words you can put into the blanks and those. Okay, so yes, let's start off with question number one. Okay, so bullying is a big problem. It can make kids blank hurt, scared, sick, lonely, embarrassed, and sad. I DK if I told you, but I got my English LR back. How was it, the dice? How was your English LR? Is it the learning recap? It's LR learning recap. Oh, learning review. I see. How was it? How was your learning review? Right? Did you manage to get what you want? Oh, was it the learning recap or the learning review where you said you made some careless mistakes? Yeah, 27 out of 30. Yes, I think I remember you told me about this probably last week, right? Good job, keep it up, right? So I hope you can learn from your mistakes and make sure you don't make the same careless mistake the next time round, right? You can check thoroughly for the correct answer to find out. Yep. So bullying is a big problem. It can make kids blank, hurt, scared, sick, lonely, embarrassed, and sad. Okay, that's a lot of feelings, right? So what is the answer for this question over here? It's pretty straightforward. Yes, feel. Hello, sambal kangkong. Okay, wow, that's a really good dish from Zicha, right? Feel, that's correct. So a bully might say mean things about someone, grab a kid's stuff, make blank of someone, or leave a kid out of the group on blank. So make blank of someone. To make blank of someone, what does it mean? You make fun of someone. Yes, that's right. So making fun of someone. Okay, make fun of someone. Or leave a kid out of the group on. Okay, leaving the kid out of the group on. Hello, little makan papa. Okay, on purpose. Leave the kid out of the group on hold. Mia, are you sure you leave it on hold? So you just leave the kid out there like for a moment. Okay, yes, on purpose, right? So you purposely leave the child out of the group. Okay, so on purpose. Next, some bullies might think blank bullying is a way to be popular or to get what they want. Okay, so some bullies might think blank bullying. Some bullies might think that. Okay, the dice tell me that the answer is that. Yes, that's right. So some bullies might think that bullying is a way to be popular or to get what they want. Most bullies make themselves feel more important. Blank, they pick on someone else. Okay, they make themselves feel more important. Blank, they pick on someone else. When they pick on someone else, hence they pick on someone else. Makes sense. It might be a cause and effect, right? I understand where you're coming from. But okay, none of the answers here is what I have written down, right? So make themselves feel more important whenever. Okay, whenever. So whenever they pick on someone else, it makes them feel big and powerful. Okay, good try. Let's go on to the next question. Some bullies come from families. Blank, being angry and pushing people around is a normal way to act. Okay, so some of these families, the bullies grow up, right? Like from this environment. So come from families of being angry and pushing people. Not really of. Constantly. Oh, New Pork, it's a long time since I've seen you in the live session. Welcome back. Okay, so New Pork says constantly. Some bullies come from families constantly being angry and pushing people around is a normal way to act. Makes sense, constantly being angry and pushing people, but this is actually a phrase that you have to take note of as well. Hello, Shania. Yes, hey, New Hawk. Yes. So, wow, it's a lively afternoon. So, yes, welcome everyone. We are doing 50 PSLE comprehension close practice questions together. This comes from our 1000 PSLE comprehension close practice questions ebook. So, I hope it will be helpful for all of you who are revising for your end of year exams or your upcoming PSLE. Okay, so let's continue with this. So, it starts with a letter W. Okay, so not many words that starts with the letter W can be put here, I guess. So let's try it. Which, being angry and pushing people around is a normal way to act. Whereby, which. Okay, all of you are pretty close, right? But I think Shania got it correct. Where is correct. Okay, where being angry and pushing people around is a normal way to act. They know that their actions hurt other people. Blank, most bullies do not care about the feelings of others. Okay, so blank, most bullies do not care about the feelings. But most bullies do not care about the feelings of others. However, wow, Ozil in full caps, right, screaming the answer out. But however, Ozil, this is not suitable for this blank. Unfortunately, hello, yes. Seems like all of you have already ended your school. Okay, there's no CC today, it appears, and next week will be June holidays. So, how are all of you preparing for your June holidays? Any plans going overseas? Right. Question 8. As much as you can, blank the bully. Okay, so I have a feeling that I'll get a lot of funny answers for question number 8. Right. What do you do if someone is bullying you? As much as you can, blank the bully. Confront the bully. Mia, are you sure we have to confront the bully? Confronting the bully is actually pretty brave, given that if you feel very helpless, you just go face to face and fight the fight the bully. Okay, so avoid, ignore. Yes, avoid the bully. That's right. Okay, try to avoid the bully as much as you can. If you actually know of a person that has been constantly pestering you or bullying you, you have to avoid them. Okay. So next, you cannot go into hiding or skip class, of course. If you can, take a blank road to school and avoid him or her. Wow, this passage is actually a trick. Not trick, sorry. It's a tip on teaching us how to avoid bullies when you actually encounter one. Okay, I hope none of you actually get bullied in school, right? You can take a longer route. Okay, new pop. But taking a longer route doesn't really okay, it makes sense like a detour, right? Okay, you can take a different route. Yes, different is actually the a better answer. Okay, so it might not be longer. Taking a different route might even be a shortcut to school, right? Then you'll be late for school. Is mochi that mochi? Oh, is that mochi? Yes, this is mochi. Okay, are you able to see? No, it's out of frame. I think you have to come closer. Yep, this is mochi. Okay, so let's go on, right? Mochi is studying together. So for question number 10, make a plan to take a walk. No, make a plan to walk with a blank or two on the way to school and be with them blank recess. Okay, so is that a bear? The dice, that is a capybara. Okay, walk with a partner, a schoolmate, or friend, or classmate. Yes, okay, so we be very straightforward. This we can just put friend in the blank over here. Okay, walk with a friend or two on the way to school and be with them blank recess. Walk with a teacher to school, oh zoo. Wow, that requires a lot of communication, right? Walk with teacher to school, yeah. Throughout during recess, yes, okay. Be with them during recess, that's right. Okay, so during recess, you just stay with the friends. Next, you can also tell an adult you trust what is blank you. Okay, what is blank you? So you can tell an adult you trust what is blank you. Okay, I see a few answers. Bothering. Tell an adult what is bothering you. Yeah. Okay, something is bothering me. Someone has been watching my back, right? So bothering. Then if you work with the teacher, then you must hang out with the teacher during recess. Yeah, and the teacher might not have time to hang out with you during recess because the teacher may have another lesson right after maybe your lesson before recess. So it's not very, let's say, logical to put in teacher instead of walking with a friend to school because most of the time you stay near to your friends, you wouldn't really know where your teacher stay unless it's so coincidental that you stay in the same block as your teacher. I don't want the teacher anyway. Wow, the dice. Okay. Teachers, principals, parents, or your older siblings can all blank to stop bullying. Can all help to stop bullying. Okay. Cooperate, help. Yes, help to stop bullying. That's right. Sometimes bullies stop as blank as a teacher finds out because they are afraid that they will be punished. Okay, as blank as. So this is pretty straightforward. As soon as, yes, all of you are correct. As soon as. Okay, as soon as a teacher finds out because they are afraid that they will be punished. In the end, most bullies get into blank because of their actions. Consequently, they may only have a few friends left. So most bullies get into trouble. Wow, Shania on a roll. New pork as well. The dice. Detention. The bullies get into detention. Wow. Mia, I love your answers, right? Okay, but we can just stick to trouble. Okay, because detention is actually considered part of getting into trouble already. Okay, suspension. And what's next? Expelling. Right. Oh no, we don't have to go so far for this Compre Cloze. Okay, we just stick to the basics. So we can just use trouble. Okay, so that's all for this first practice, right? And I believe that for some of the blanks, there are alternative answers that you are able to put in. So think of synonyms, right? If you are unsure of a certain word, of how to spell a certain word, sometimes the synonyms will be accepted. Okay, so sometimes students will say that, oh, they wanted to put in embarrassment, but they are unsure of how to spell embarrassment. And if you get the spelling wrong, you will be unable to get that 1 mark. Okay, so it's also important that you will know the spelling of the vocabulary words. I knew it, Ira. Hello, Ira. But my school will cane you if you do like a lot of bullying. Wow, that's actually very strict. Okay, so no bullying, guys. Okay, next practice. Fingers covered with glue and dirt. A small group of traditional cobblers sit, hunched forward, mending the worn out shoes belonging to Singaporeans. They work quietly and diligently under the blank of large makeshift umbrellas at Cobbler Square in Chinatown. So, under the what? Okay, Newport says shade. Shade. Yes, very shady, right? Okay. Under the protection of the umbrellas. Wow, the dice. They are being protected by umbrellas. Does umbrella protect you? Okay, it does protect you from the sun and the rain. Right, but we can just say they sit under the shade. They work under the shade. Under the shelter. Okay, yes, shelter is also possible. Thank you, Newpop, for your input. Okay, I can put here. Under the shelter. Blank to be 22 of them when they first started blank their business there in the 1980s. So blank to be. Okay, this is a bit more tricky. This question is a bit more tricky. You may need to take some time to think about the answer. Right, let me know if you're unable to see the words. I can zoom in for you. I'm so tired. The dice, that's a mood. Okay, if you're tired, you should take a short break, short rest from the screen. Look at some scenery outside the window, or maybe do something meaningful. Skip first. Oh, little Makan Papa says we should skip this. Estimated to be 22 of them. But if you estimate, it wouldn't be very specific, right? Twas, wow. Hello, 面包. Twas 22, okay. Said to be 22, around 22. Okay, I'll give you the first letter. Okay. Rumored, believe. Hello, copy belalang. What's belalang? I'm not sure. I only know kopi, but what does belalang mean? Does anyone know? Is that such an order when you're ordering coffee? Do you say kopi belalang? Used. Hello, Rachel. That is correct. Okay. Used. U or V? Oh, sorry, Udaya. This is a U. Let me write down U. Okay, so used to be 22 of them when they first started blank their business there. It's grasshopper. Oh, belalang means grasshopper. So that's a grasshopper coffee. That's interesting. Oh, so that's why your profile picture is a grasshopper. Okay, I've learned a new word today. Out on establishing, operating. Okay, I see a lot of words. So, started blank their business. Started establishing, operating their business. Wow. Okay, guys, it's actually not that deep, right? This answer is actually pretty short. Okay, so Started off their business. Okay, I see 面包 you're getting somewhere. Okay, 面包 is the closest answer over here. Started running their business. Okay, running their business is also possible, right? But this is a pretty straightforward question, right? It's actually just started up their business. Okay, colorful brews. Wow, that sounds painful. But yes, colorful brews, that is correct. Right, first started up their business in the 1980s. Okay, started running the business is actually acceptable as well. So I can put it in here. Yes. Okay, started building their business. Okay, you don't really have built the business, you actually establish it, right? Operating is also not very suitable in this context. So let's go on to the next part. But now just 7 of them blank in this vanishing train. Okay, just 7 of them, right? Now just 7 of them remain. Sorry, Maggie Goreng, your answer actually made me crack up. Surviving. Okay, so hi Fatima and Maggie Goreng is not surviving. Okay, so remain is the correct answer. So remain in this vanishing train. Okay, remain. So next, the rest have died and this business will die too when we go, said Mr. Po, a skilled cobbler with more than 20 years of. Okay, this is more straightforward. For everyone, we will be able to get this 1 mark guaranteed. Okay, unless you make a spelling error and that will be a very bad careless mistake. EXP, the dice, are you sure? 20 years of EXP, you are not playing a game, okay? So we have to spell the whole thing. Experience. So next, as working hours in an open area such as the bus interchange is also a challenging task, few people are blank to take over these cobblers. I lazy to type, I see. Hey, but you are typing and typing takes so less effort compared to writing. So question number 6, what would the answer be? Willing, yes. Obliged, interested, reluctant. Few people are reluctant to take over these cobblers. If few people are reluctant means that many people wants to take over this business, right? So for this case, okay, willing, obliged, drawn. Okay, few people are willing will be the most suitable answer, right? They just don't want to do this. Many people are reluctant. No, I said many people are reluctant. Oh, or do you mean that taking away the they will be reluctant? Wow, what a humorous person you are, 面包. Fatima and Colorful Bruce, both of you are acquainted. Right. Wow. Happy for you. Wow, why suddenly got a stalking case over here? Okay, guys, let's stay safe. So continuing on to question number 7. Although modern cobbling services offered by chain stores such as Mr. Minute and Master Fix services initially threatened to take blank these cobblers' customers. Take away, take over. So do you take the customer over? You take over the customer. Wow, it's like possessing the person. Take hostage. Okay. Wow. All of you are very have very interesting answers. Take down. Take down. Oh my god. Okay, it's not taking down the customers, please. Okay, hostage, yeah. Okay, so services initially threatened to take their hands in marriage. Why are the answers getting like more and more out of hand? Okay, no, guys. Guys, we have to focus. Okay, so this is actually take away the customers, right? You steal the customers. So taking away. Wow, it's actually quite funny. Take down the customers. That's very creative. Okay, next. Right, they blank the cobbler's kiosk to the chain stores. Due to the low fees, they are blank. Okay, so they blank the cobbler's kiosk, right? So what is this? Many of them still flock to Cobbler Square to actually support the cobblers. So they blank the cobbler's kiosk to the chain stores. Okay, so you do something to something, right? So what would this be? They prefer, they pay, they patron, they offering. Oh no, offering is for question 9. Yes, they patronize, they prefer. Yes, you prefer something to something. Okay, prefer something to something. So this is actually what we call correlative conjunction. Okay. Hi Sherman, thank you for your gift. Right. So let's go on to the next question. Right. To the chain stores, due to the low fees, they are blank. Due to the low fees, they are charging. They offer the low fees or they charge the low fees. You don't really offer the price of the product, right? Okay, it only goes on offer because it's a promotion or a sale. So they are charging. They are paying the low fees. You pay the customer. That's a very interesting train of thought. Okay, but the correct answer is actually charging. For blank, the price of replacing heels is still $2. Wow, that's very rare to see, right? Imagine repairing your shoe. Right nowadays, it's definitely costly, especially with the lower amount of cobblers known, right? Fixing your shoes, you pay them $1 for $100. $10 for what's the word? Okay, colorful Bruce. For Compre Cloze, we only can answer in one word. Okay, even though I love your answer for question number 10, unfortunately, I only can put um one word into the blank. Just buy new shoe. 面包. You speak as if shoes are very cheap, right? Sometimes some shoes cost quite a lot, especially for maybe if you only broke your new high heel shoe over like 2 days of wearing it. You would just pay $2 to go to a cobbler to fix the heel. Buy Nike knockoffs. Wow, all of you are so experienced, right? With purchasing all of the shoes and all of these things. Very hard lah, don't know. Okay, should I give you a clue? Okay, let's see. For question number 10, right? For blank, so for I, for reference, the price. Okay, reference is actually a pretty good answer. I can't lie. But for instance, yes. Okay, so for instance, the price of replacing heels is still $2, the same as 30 years ago. In blank, the same service is priced at $11 or more at the chain stores. Okay. In something. In contrast, in comparison, yes. In contrast or comparison, both acceptable. Okay, let me write it down. Okay, in fact, the same service is priced at $11 or more. Actually, in fact, it's also acceptable. Not bad. Okay, so next question number 12. Blank to the cobblers. Their profits are largely dependent on the number blank customers they attend to. Okay, blank to the cobblers. Something to. Due to the cobblers. Why is it the cobbler's fault? Okay, woe to the cobblers. Okay, according Mia is correct. Okay, Fatima as well. So according to them, right, based on what they tell us, so according to them, their profits are largely dependent on the number blank customers they attend to. Okay, number of. I want some peach cobblers. What is peach cobblers? Sorry, is there another meaning for cobblers that maybe I forgot? Let me search. Oh, it's a dish. Peach cobblers. It's a fruit dessert. Oh, wow, it looks good. There's even blueberry cobblers. Okay, interesting. I've never eaten cobblers before as a food. Ah. Oh, hello, Eternal. Hello, Yao. I only know clubbers. You can combo a lot of fruits. Okay. It's like an apple pie. I see. Oh, I've never tried it. Okay, I'll actually try it someday. Right? If it's good, then thanks for the recommendations, guys. I learned something new today. You see, even when I'm teaching and going through the life, I also learn something new along with you. So it's fun. I only know clubbers, Fatima. Yes, that's right. That's what I knew as well. So moving on to the next question. They do not see the need to be overly competitive one another. They do not see the need to be overly competitive with one another. I believe there's a missing word over here, right? Blank, they share the same pool of customers. Okay. Because as. Okay, because as. Okay, so yes, that's correct. AS is correct. We do not need to say because they share, we can just use this simple connector. So moving on to question 15. They serve approximately 30 customers and mend more than 20 blank of shoes a day. Okay. They mend more than 20 pairs of shoes. Yes. Okay, so we refer to the collective noun of shoe will be pairs of shoes. Okay, and with that, we are done with another 10 questions, guys. So you see, if you purchase this ebook and you do like 10 practice questions every day, which is essentially just one Compre Cloze practice, you'll be able to master this segment um by the start of PSLE, right? When maybe September, end of September, when PSLE starts, you are more confident in doing these questions already. Okay, so if you're interested in buying this, you can just head to our TikTok link in bio. Right, I'll show you really quickly before we move on. So just go to our link in bio. Okay, over here, you can see we have this link tree and you can just click on the ebook store button. Okay, it will direct you over here. So these are our 2025 new releases. You can browse through the ebook store if you are interested. For those of you who are preparing for PSLE or O levels, we do have resources for Sec 4 students as well. So just click on primary and you will be directed to this page. Scroll down and we are doing this ebook today. More than 1,000 PSLE comprehension cloze questions. Okay, so yep, if you are interested, just feel free to browse through the ebook store to find any resources that suit your learning needs for English. Okay, so let's go on to our next practice. Over here, so, okay, saffron. Okay, let's start. Saffron has long been used as a seasoning, fragrance, dye, and medicine for over 4 millennia. It is a spice derived blank the flower of the saffron crocus. Okay, so what is millennia? First thing first, how many years is this? What is a millennium? Okay, does anyone know? 100, 1,000. Okay, little makan papa is actually correct. Okay, so millennia is actually 1,000. For 100, it will be a century. Okay, century, decade. Decade is 10 years. Okay, so millennia, millennium, century, decade. So for over 4 millennia, this means like 4,000 years. New pork is okay. That's a very normal confusion among us. It took me a while to recall what a millennia is as well. So next, it is a spice derived blank the flower of the saffron crocus. So derived something. Yes, it is a spice derived from. Okay, from the flower of the saffron crocus. Each saffron crocus can grow to 30 centimeters in length and can blank up to 4 flowers, each with 3 vivid crimson stigmas. A millennial is a collective term for people born before 1996. Oh, isn't that millennial, the one with a L? Right, that's the generation thing, right? It's like the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, Then now there's, I don't know what's the latest generation already. I've lost count. Yes, millennials. How many of you here are actually millennials? Just now in the early morning live, there was a pioneer generation, right? Someone from pioneer generation. Gen Beta. Oh yeah. So the Roblox kids are all called Gen Beta. Kopi Belalang. Kopi Belalang says what? Oh, peace. Is that one or peace? Oh, that's one. Yes. One. One means pioneer generation. Bare bloom penetrate. Okay. So, and can blank up to I'm a boomer real. Okay, I think I'm a boomer as well because I do know a lot of terms that all of you are using. But okay, bear or have, it will be correct for this blank over here. Okay, can bear or have up to 4 flowers. I raising my hand. Oh, okay. Sorry, copy balalang. Okay, you want to answer the question, is it? Let me take a look at your comments previously. Did you comment? No, you didn't answer. Reach. Oh, I saw it. Reach up to 4 flowers. Okay, bear 4 flowers is, in this case, is correct because plant bearing the flower. Okay, so next, the saffron crocus was blank grown in Greece. Okay, it was originally grown in Greece. I was Stanford Raffles scholar. What? Manpower, that's very confusing. Originally, okay, guys, it's not originally. Unfortunately, there is another better word for this. Okay, it starts with the letter F, right? What do you mean by you a Stanford Raffles collar? Like his shirt collar? Okay, yes. So, New Pork is correct. So first, grown in Greece. Okay, it was first to be found there and grown there, right? Subsequently, knowledge of its cultivation belonged to other parts of the world like North Africa, North America, and Oceania. Okay, so you have to know your continents well in order to maybe thrive in geography. But spread, spread to other parts of the world, okay. Yep, spread is correct. So all of you got this right. Let's go on. In addition to sufficient amount of rainfall, producing a good saffron crop, blank a dry climate and a good irrigation system. Blank a dry climate. Okay, requires, wow, Mia is very fast with the answer. In a dry climate. And a good irrigation system. Okay, so you have to find a word that means like requires or needs, right? Need a dry climate. Okay, so need to be correct, requires as well. Demands a dry climate. Wow, that's quite demanding, Mianbao. I feel like that's a bit like strong for a term to say that how do you need this climate, right? Demanding is like, oh, I must have this thing. So it's a bit strong of a word to put in this blank. So I will just take these two answers as of now. Right, Iran now blank for approximately 90% of the world's annual production of saffron. Oh no, don't be sad, Mianbao. It's okay. We humans make mistakes, right? Just like how we cannot hit the nail on the head for certain blanks that we are unsure of. Okay, so accounts for, yes, okay, accounts for is correct. Very good. Accounts for approximately 90% of the world's annual production of saffron, and it is currently the biggest supplier of saffron. Okay, next, saffron is blank by weight and is most expensive spice in the world. Then I won't answer if I don't know. Oh my, then you'll leave it blank and you'll just lose a mark, right? You have to try. No matter what, you might get the answer correct, you know. So saffron is priced by weight, is sold by weight, paid by weight. Okay, I have a lot of different answers over here. Let me see. Okay, who is the lucky one? Okay, so two of you got the answer correct, right? Fatima and Yao Eternal. Okay, so sold by weight is correct. Yay, congratulations. Do I have a bell here? Ding. Yes, okay. Let me just Okay, I'm not very used to using the bell like teacher Mitsuko, so maybe not. Let's go on to the next part. As there are blank a few stigmas per flower, the tedious task of collecting each flower's stigmas need to be done blank hand. Okay, so as there are blank, as there are only a few stigmas per flower. Okay, so this is like science lesson already. Learn about the flower stigma. So yes, only is correct. Okay, the tedious task of collecting each flower's stigmas need to be done blank hand. Done by hand. Very good. Okay, this is very straightforward. 2 guaranteed marks in this Compre Cloze passage. It's a free giveaway, we will just take it. In order to obtain 1 kilogram of dry saffron, about 170,000 saffron flowers have to be harvested. Hello, Gargu, done using hand. Oh my, no. Okay, we just say done by hand. This is equivalent blank 2 football fields of saffron flowers. Yet again, we have another giveaway blank, right? Equivalent to. Okay, equivalent to 2 football fields. The stigmas are dried quickly upon extraction from the flowers and sealed in blank containers. Sealed in blank containers. Equivalent of, are you sure equivalent of? Sealed in something containers. Airtight. Okay, Fatima gave me an answer. Sealed in airtight containers. Sealed in Tupperware. Okay, interesting. Sealing in Tupperware. Right, all the little boxes. Okay, I'll just take airtight. Okay, take note the airtight containers, this is one word. It's not separated into 2 words. Plastic containers. Plastic containers might not be airtight. So we have to specify what type of it because they do not allow air to escape or pass through. So this is actually a hint for our blank over here, which is why we use airtight. Kongwan containers, those are those mega metal containers, right, where maybe your grandmother would store some interesting things inside. You'll never know. Sometimes there's like Asian memes where they say that, oh, in ice cream boxes you find a little fish um, that is going to be your dinner tonight. So, yep, let's go on to question number 12. Saffron threads are soaked in hot but not boiling water for several minutes. Blank being used in cooking. My grandma put her money in there, it's sealed shut. Wow, yeah, it's actually pretty safe, compared to like putting it in a piggy bank where like a robber would know directly that it's money inside. You put it in a biscuit container. That's a pretty smart move, I would say. Before, mostly before. Okay, yes, before is correct. Okay, before we use it in cooking. So you have to soak it in hot boiling water first. This process helps to release the beneficial properties of the saffron into the food. Saffron's aroma is often described by experts as metallic honey with grassy fragrance. Blank has been noted as bitter. Oh, while it's blank has been noted as bitter. Okay, so while it's what? While it's taste. Temperament. Okay, while it's taste. Okay, so there's only one possible answer over here. Alright, while its taste has been noted as bitter. Because this is one of your taste. Oh no, what's this arrow? Okay, one of your taste. So yep. It only makes sense to put that word inside. Flavor, undertone. Okay, too many synonyms here. Heart. While its heart has been noted. Wow. All of you are a bunch of humorous people, I would say. Okay, next question 14. Saffron contains many chemical compounds. Blank are known to have disease preventing and health promoting properties. Okay, so these chemical compounds, blank are known. Compounds that are known, which are known. Wow, Gagu is finally giving a serious answer. Wow, so happy for you. Okay, so yes, which or that are both acceptable. Okay, which or that. Serious, yes, serious. Next, the stigmas. Oh, sorry, the stigmas of the flowers. Right, the stigmas of the flowers are made blank of many chemicals. Yes, sorry, I accidentally said sigma because of the difficult pronunciation. Right, there's a lot of words that are very similar, so please do not make this mistake during your oral exams. So next, made out or made up. Made from of. Okay, Fatima, are you sure it's made from? Made up of many things. Yes, so this can only be the correct answer. It's a phrasal verb that you will know, right? Made up of something. Hey, moving on. Yes, we are done with our 30th question as of now. So we are moving on to the next blank. Okay, so last Saturday, my school's Red Cross Society organized a memorable visit to the St. John's Home for the Aged. So what is this? So I never took any blank of it. Oh, even though the home was right next to my school, I never took any blank of it. Notice. Okay, so I never took any notice of it. Yeah, I never took um any more answers. Do examiners take answers from ChatGPT? Fatima, that's a very good answer. However, I'm not an examiner, so I'm not very sure. Right, notice pictures, you take pictures. Okay, Gagu, you are very like, I love how you answer with like humor. However, yes, notice is actually the correct answer. Thank you, New Pork, for giving me a serious and proper answer. Taking pictures of the home of the aged. Okay, maybe it's a sign that you should start taking pictures of these, right? So, next, walking in from the main gate, I now saw that it blank of two rows of buildings. Okay, I now saw that it blank of two rows of buildings. Okay, I now saw that it consists. Okay, I love that we have a grammar question over here. So is it option A, B, or C? Is Fatima Yao or Kopi Balalang correct? Okay, so is it consisted, or consists? Okay, no more answer. Everyone keep quiet. Right. Any very confident people who are very confident in this answer, whether it's A, B, or C. Is it Fatima Yao or Kopi Balalang? Follow the normal tense of the sentence. Wow, new pop. What an inspirational quote. No. I agree. Wow, Mianbao, that's a very smart answer. F for Fatima, forever correct. I think it's consist. Okay, so in this case, right, the correct answer goes to. Okay, yes. So basically, what New Pork and Yao said is correct. Consisted. Okay, consisted of two rows. So, um, Fatima, I think you have to do you have to do correction. Can you do your correction with a green pen? Yes. Sorry. This this is actually quite funny. Okay. That blocks the verb. That's right. So yes, let's go on to the next question. Okay. Wow, all of you are too funny already. Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to be serious. Moving on. Okay. Oh my goodness, stop. Okay, stop. Let's go on. Stop. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next part. The buildings had a fresh blank of paint. Right. So fresh blank of paint. Okay, I need some time to calm down. Okay, so moving on, fresh coats of paint. Wow, you see, only Yao is the most serious student over here. Had a fresh layer of paint. Okay, layer or coat? Okay, that's a very good question. But usually we would say that a paint is a coat of paint, right? So this is the correct answer for question number 3. So the buildings had a fresh coat of paint and the gardens were well maintained. The fragrance of jasmine flowers blank in the air. Okay, remember there's in the air. So without the in, we can use filled the air. But because of this in the air, we know that there's another word, right? Linger in the air. Wow, okay. Any more answers? Float, lingered, wow, wafting, lingered. Okay, a lot of lingering, like lingering feelings for a certain thing or person, right? Lingered. Okay, guys, it's not that deep. So for this answer is actually was in the air. Yay to whoever got this correct. Right, those of you who didn't get this right, remember to do corrections with your green pen. Okay, moving on to question number 5. While butterflies fluttered among the rose bushes, at one corner of the garden, there was even a vegetable blank. Okay, at one corner of the garden, there was even a vegetable garden. Vegetable farm. Okay, vegetable plantation. Okay, no, no, no. Okay, even though yes, it starts with a letter P, but it's not plantation. It's not garden as well. We do not need to repeat garden. Okay, we cannot repeat garden because it's in the corner of the garden already. It's considered a garden, right? Yes, Udaya, you can try again. That's a good try. So, well, once again, Yao is correct. So vegetable plot, right? A plot of land. So if you play those like farming games, you have like vegetable plots. You have to harvest your rice, harvest your flowers. Not flowers, sorry. Harvest your vegetables, right? Vegetable patient. Oh my goodness, Gagu, that's very dark. Okay, moving on to the next question. Numerous elderly people sat on wicker chairs outside their Spartan bedrooms, some chatting quietly, while others gazed leisurely at us walking up to them. The leader of our group, blank, the superintendent of the home, with our school's handsome blank of $2,000. Heydays, yes, heyday. So those of you who didn't play heyday, you are definitely not. You are definitely Gen Alpha and after. Leader of our group, fine. Are you sure you find someone the $2,000? Oh my goodness. Why can you cannot anyhow find people, okay? So fine is definitely wrong. Provided. Provided the superintendent. Is it provided? Bribe. Why do you have to bribe them? What are you getting from that bribing? Okay, some the superintendent, no, not some, offered. Okay, close. So this word starts with a letter P once again. Laundered. Wow, Gagu, I like your vocabulary bank. Right, it's so full of variety around the same word and synonym. Okay, paid. No, it's not paid. Presented. Yes, thank you, New Pork. Okay, so presented is the correct answer in this case. So the leader of our group presented the superintendent of the home with our school's handsome blank of $2,000. Okay, so pay. Oh my god. Pay now. Pay lah. Donation. Okay, handsome donation. Is it a handsome donation? Handsome sum, handsome donation. Yes. Okay, so this donation is important amount. So all the people in the school contributed to this handsome check. Okay, even though maybe they present it as a check, but we have to use the core reasoning of why they are presenting this amount of money. So we'll refer to it as donation. Our school's handsome principal of $2,000. Wow. Okay, I believe it's not a principal. So let's go on to question number 8. The 30 of us broke up into small blank of 3. Okay, small blank of 3. Contribution, handsome contribution. That's a good question, copy belalang. But I think we will stick to donation because when you contribute to something, it doesn't really mean that you donate with goodwill, right? You're contributing because of maybe efforts, right? So donation would still be a better answer. So small groups is correct. Okay, very straightforward. So next, my group. Wait, small pieces. Fatima. Fatima, are you sure it's small pieces of 3? Oh my goodness, that's a shocking answer, but okay, please do not write this in your examination. So groups is correct. Moving on, my group blanked ourselves to some old ladies who were busy making clay sculptures. Fatima, do your correction. Yes, that's right. You have to write in a green pen and bracket. Helped ourselves. Sorry, I'm actually speechless right now. Offered ourselves. Marketed ourselves. Okay. So, what is the answer for question number 9? Orientate ourselves, help ourselves. Wow, helping yourselves to. No, it's definitely wrong. So IDK. Okay, I give you the answer. It starts with the letter I. Helping sounds right. No, you don't help yourselves to the people. You help yourselves with the food and like the things. Like let's say you go to the buffet, then you would say like, oh, help yourselves, right? Just do whatever you want, on your own, right? You don't need to wait. Initiated. You initiate yourself. Impress yourself. Why do you impress yourself with a group of people? Okay, introduce. Thank you, Kopi Balalang. Okay, introduce is correct. Okay, we introduce ourselves to these old ladies. Okay, just say, hi, why are we here? Right, so introduce. Impress the old ladies. Wow, yes, man of culture. So moving on to the next question. Right, which were to be blank off to the highest bidders at a coming charity fair. Okay, bidders. Okay, so who bid for money? For a product with money, sorry. Okay, Newport has answered. So, which were to be auctioned off? Yes, auction is correct. Their wrinkled faces blank greatly with our youthful looking ones. Okay, so blank greatly with our youthful looking ones. Blended greatly. Oh my goodness. Okay, contrasted. That's correct. Okay, so their wrinkled faces contrasted. Botox greatly. If your face is wrinkled, it wouldn't be Botox greatly, right? Because after Botox, it wouldn't be wrinkly. So I blank from a few of them that their children came every week to spend time with them, and they seemed happy and contented. Student too stressed. Yes, definitely. Heard. I heard from a few of them. Okay. I learned from a few of them. I heard, I learned, I heard. Any more answers? Okay, I think Gagu is trying to think of a funny answer that is definitely wrong, right? Unless Gagu is actually going to get this correct. Okay, so for this case, I blank from a few of them that they're children. So this definitely means that these people told this. I understood from a few. Wow, Gagu, it's a serious answer now. Yes, okay, so I learned and understood is both correct. Okay, so they came every week to spend time with them and they seemed happy and contented. However, one lady lamented that her sons had not blanked her for a year. Wrong is learned. No, it's learnt. Okay, there's no ed. Visited, yes. Okay, has not visited her. Okay, so visited. Okay, so next question. Give me a moment. Next question. Pain had now pain out her. Wow. They told us that their days were now filled with. Okay, activities, misery. So they told us how the days were filled with blank. Wow. Chores, misery. Wow. Who said misery? Fatima. That's a little sad, right? The elderly's days were filled with misery. Funsies. Okay, new pork. Funsies is actually I believe it's not part of an actual word, right? If we were to say funsies, but I like the sound of that. Okay. If I could answer, I would actually put in funsies, for the vibes. But then in this case, we have to use activities. Okay, so those of you who put activities, that's correct, such as gardening, torture, gagu. Oh my goodness, that's a bit dark, right? Gardening and arts is torture. Arts and craft, karaoke singing sessions. Wow, sounds fun. These women had chosen to grow old gracefully and to live life to the blank. Okay, grow old gracefully and to live life to blank. Okay, and Botox. Why Botox again? Live life to the Botox. to the No, oh my god, it's not to the end. That's a bit sad. Okay, guys, live life to its maximum. Okay, Yao, you are getting somewhere, right? Live life to the gods. No, no, no. Okay, drifting a bit far. Okay, guys, let's stay. Yes, Fatima, model student of the day, fullest. Okay, along with New Pork. These are the class presidents. Live life to the fullest. So that day left a lasting impression on me. Okay, so yes, this is yet another practice we have done for Compre Cloze. This is from our 1000 Compre Cloze practice questions ebook that is available on our ebook store and our website. So for those of you who are preparing for PSLE and you don't know where to find like resources to revise or maybe just drill on your own, like you don't want to go for lessons or you just want to find an extra thing to do, especially with the June holidays coming up, right? So you can purchase this ebook and do the practices on your own, and you can actually drop by our live sessions to ask any of the teachers English question, right? And we'll be glad to answer you. So I've I've attended 6 sessions already. Do I get a chop or something? Yes, Gagu, you can get a sticker. You get an emoji of affirmation, I guess. So I can maybe send you an emoji as a replacement of sticker. Okay, let me just send you an emoji. Yay. So let's go on to the next part over here. Yes, I give you the emoji already. screenshot. Yes, you can keep it into your sticker book collection, right? For students, this is a reward system. For every 2,000 stickers you collect, maybe you can get like one free practice paper. Okay, me too, please. Okay, yeah, I'll give you a different emoji reward for joining our live session as well. Okay, Fatima. Oh, bye. Fatima, you deserve an emoji as well. Okay, let me just send you one. So next, let's go on to our final practice paper for the live session today, right? Question number 1. Yao come how many times? I prefer NTUC voucher. Fatima, unfortunately, we are from Writers at Work. We are not a supermarket chain. So if you join our lesson though, if you join our enrichment center, we actually do have this NDP SG60 promotion that you'll be able to get some NTUC vouchers. Right, so Fatima, you can enroll in our lessons to find out more. Okay, thank you for following us. Okay, so can feel free to join us with any of our live hosts anytime as well. Let's go on to the first question of our next practice and the last practice for today's live session, right before I pass on the baton to teacher Yahweh. Okay, so some of you are regulars, right, with teacher Yahweh. Okay, so let's go to question number 1. It was a marriage made in Singapore. Wow, first sentence is so deep. Okay, so Bima was clumsy and hot-headed, but in the end, Yoko won his blank. He still owe me Jellycat. Wow, he's in debt. I see. He's indebted to you. Why does he owe you Jellycat? Heart. Won his heart. Okay, very good. Okay, heart is correct. Eventually, they had an offspring, the Singapore Zoo's first newborn Komodo dragon. For the blank 34 years, the zoo had been trying to breed the reptile in blank. It's your entertainment fee. Wow, even entertainment comes with a fee nowadays. First, okay, first. Is it first? For the first 34 years, are you sure? Guys, for the first 34 years, that's incorrect. Let's try again. For the last 34 years, oh my. Past, yes. So for the past 34 years, the zoo had been trying to breed the reptile in blank. Okay, in blank. Okay, so this is a little more tricky, right? So the word actually starts with the letter C, and Mian Bao got it correct. So it's not tricky for Mian Bao. Okay, captivity. In vain. Wow. Okay, it's not in vain. Thank you, Gagu, for your input. Let's go on to question number 4. In vain? No, it's not in vain. Okay, so even though yes, they spend a lot of effort and yep, but captivity is still a more appropriate answer for this case. Okay, so students may get this blank wrong in examinations because you may not be exposed to this vocabulary word yet, right? So question number 4, Komodo dragons, found only in remote Indonesian islands, are descended blank dinosaurs. Descended blank dinosaurs. From, yes, okay, descended from dinosaurs. These endangered species with fewer blank 3,000 in the wild. Okay, fewer blank 3,000 in the wild. So fewer than. Yes, okay, so fewer than 3,000 in the wild is correct. Has a life blank of 20 to 30 years. Okay, life blank of 20 to 30 years. Pretty straightforward, right? Lifespan. Next, the years of research and planning have blank off. Okay, so what has blank off? Have expectancy of. Life expectancy of 20 to 30 years. Actually, yes, life expectancy is actually possible to be a correct answer as well. right? But we can just keep it to lifespan. Okay, so that's something you can take note of. I can just put expectancy here. Okay, have paid off is correct as well for question number 7. All of you got it right. So the efforts, right, and planning have paid off. Animal specialists were roped in and even a habitat matchmaker was engaged, said the delighted zookeeper, who was visibly over the. Okay, when you're very happy, you are over the what? Okay, over the moon. Okay, just like. Okay, I shouldn't say that. So, not stealing the moon, over the moon. Over the edge. No, it's not over the edge. Alright, so over the moon. Bima was 2.6 meters long and blank about 97 kilograms. Over the X. Okay, maybe, but okay, in this case, we are referring to the animal, so the zookeeper is definitely over the moon, very happy. So, and blank about 97 kilograms. Once again, a grammar question over here. What tense do we use? Okay, so she was this this height, right, and this weight. Okay, so weighed about 97 kilograms. He was a somewhat aggressive lizard. During a previous mating attempt, he blanked into a nasty fight with his mate. Okay, he blanked into a nasty fight with his mate. He erupted into a nasty fight. Wow. Okay, it's not that far, right? So he just got into this fight. So that's correct. He got to a nasty fight with his mate. Fortunately, Yoko, a female Komodo dragon, about half of Bima's size, was demure and seemed to get blanked well with Bima. He entered into a nasty fight. He entered. That's like that's like entering a competition, but no. Okay, enter is not right. He risked well with Bima. Okay, no rizzing. Komodo dragons may not know how to, risk. So along is correct, right? Get along well. To create that ideal setting, a replica blank their natural habitat was built using shrubs, rocks, volcanic sand, and earth mix. Okay, a replica blank their natural habitat. Okay, a replica replicating the natural habitat. 面包, why are we repeating the words? Right, is it to reinforce the idea? Illustrating, simulating. Wow, they are entering a simulation. Is this made like AI? Because it sounds fun, funsies. Right, illustrating of, yes. So a replica of the natural habitat. Okay, so that's right. Was built using shrubs, rocks, volcanic sand, and earth mix. Bima and Yoko were given separate enclosures with a barrier that let blank sense each other's presence. Okay, let who? Let them. Let God. Oh no. Okay, so yes, it's let them. Okay, please don't write let me sense them, huh? So let them sense each other's presence, to interact, more interaction with each other. As Yoko was still blank maternity leave, she would not accept any visitors. Okay, so as Yoko was still blank, on maternity leave, okay? Yes, on is correct. We can also accept taking. Okay, so on or taking will both be right. The first meal of Yoko's baby was a newborn mouse. It seemed to blank newborn mice to insects. Okay, something to something once again. So there's another question that you have to take note of. So prefer, yes. So it seemed to prefer newborn mice. right, prefer newborn mice to insects, which she was offered, yes. So the baby's nursery was being prepared and would be a big playpen with branches, leaves, and earth mix. So this all just for one Komodo dragon. Right? So I'm glad you learned something new today, and with all the interesting variety of synonyms and vocabulary that you have found, right? Yes, so hope that you gain some confidence in doing this section of Compre Cloze in your PSLE or maybe your preliminary exams that is upcoming. Maybe just after June holidays, you'll be just diving straight into examinations for the P6s, right? Yes, Gagu, I'm very glad that you will pass your exams as well. So for those of you who are interested, you can actually head to our TikTok page, right? So where can you actually access our ebooks? Just go to TikTok and you see this link in our bio. Right over here, you have this link tree. Click on the link and you will scroll down and see this ebook store brochure, this icon over here. You click on it and you can browse through all our materials that can be helpful for each and every one of you, right? So we do have O-level resources as well. Why is it that we can see Yahweh teaching but we never ever get to see you? Because I'm mysterious. Okay, but yes, thank you for joining our live as well. Okay, I'm very glad that you had fun doing the questions together and learned something new. Little Makan Papa as well. So yes, if you are interested in any of the products, feel free to drop us a WhatsApp message at the number on top of the screen, or you can also tell DM us on TikTok, or maybe just type it in the comments down below during our live session. Our moderator admin will actually get back to you. So nonchalant, yes, nonchalant, right? Just a chill guy. So yes, anyone who has any questions with regards to these ebooks, you can just let me know, right? Or else you can stay tuned for Teacher Yahweh's live later on, which is upcoming right now. Okay, let me check the schedule. So later on will be Teacher Yahweh live, followed by Teacher Mitsuko. We have a fun live session lined up for you. So look forward to it, and I'll see you all very soon. Okay, so thank you all for joining our live today. Right, if you have anything else, feel free to comment down in the live sessions later on. You can ask us anything and we'll try our best to answer your questions. Okay, please be relevant, not so personal, right? Okay, thank you, Little Makan Papa. And thank you, Kopi Belalang. I also learned a new word today that it's grasshopper. Right, very interesting. Expanding my side vocabulary bank as well. Okay, bye bye. Okay, see y'all.